The bail decision for self-proclaimed prophet Shepherd Bushiri and his wife Mary has been postponed until Wednesday. The pair face charges of fraud, theft and money laundering to the value of some 100 million rand. ENCA's Tseho Ajomo-Achi was in court and joins me now. Tseho, a lot of arguments being made by the advocate Annelie van den Heever on behalf of the Bushiris, making a lot of the fact that of the argument that she says there's simply no proof in as far as the state's case is concerned.
Absolutely, Tulas. Good morning to you. So we heard from Advocate Annelie van der Heever. As you mentioned, she is, of course, the defense advocate for the Bushiri couple together with Landu and Tlokwane. And she really just speaking extensively about the issue that the case has been, this particular case that has been brought forward by the state. And she says that the state does not have a case at all. She says that it has taken them about 2 years to actually get to a point where they can bring these charges against the three. They've had 2 years to investigate, and she says to this day they still do not have the clear details of what exactly the charges are. And also they even though they are opposing bail, she says that even in that she believes that the Bushiris will not abscond their trial. I mean, you'd remember, Tulas, that the Bushiri couple actually appeared last year in the Specialized Commercial Crimes Court, also charged with fraud and money laundering. And with that particular case, it's only going to be heard next year in May. So Annelie van der Heever really just saying that if the state had a strong enough case, then he wouldn't have been released on bail in that particular case last year. And so she says that they should be released on bail this time around because they have really stuck to their bail conditions.
And the strength of the state's case is arguably, one of the factors that, gets brought up, but it's not really the focus until we reach the point of the trial. The question that is being asked is whether or not the Bushiris and their co-accused have incentive to return and face trial if they are released on bail. And part of that argument was that they have more that attaches them to Malawi than what attaches them to South Africa, including the issue of their children not living with them in South Africa. A lot being made there by Advocate van den Heever in responding to the question of where the children reside.
Absolutely, and this has been quite a confusing issue since they actually started this particular bail application, with the state saying that the children with Annelie van der Heever, rather Advocate Annelie van der Heever, she said when they started this particular bail application that in the affidavits, Mary Bushiri and Shepherd Bushiri both saying that they've got a good family set up in their Johannesburg home. However, we then heard that today clearly that these children actually live in Malawi since 2018, but however, when Mary was arrested about 2 weeks ago, when she was arrested, the children were at the home. So they do visit South Africa now and then. And the state really saying to us that although that could possibly be the case, there's also the alleged issue that they have actually moved vehicles to Malawi, that they've started building a home in Malawi. And the state really saying that we cannot rely on just on the accused saying that they will not abscond their trial, when even though their documents have been handed over to the investigating officer, the state saying that there's no guarantee that they will actually stand trial, and there's no guarantee that they will not abscond their trial and that they will not try to flee the country.
All right, lastly then, Tseho, let's pull at this thread around the travel arrangements of the Bushiris. A lot was made by the state in as far as the question of the ease with which the Bushiris come and go in South Africa. The defense responding to that today.
Absolutely. Very interestingly enough, on Friday, Tulas, the state saying that the Bushiris have got diplomatic passports, Malawian diplomatic passports, that they've been able to enter South Africa and leave South Africa via Lanseria International Airport and really not be searched. So their bags do not get searched, and they themselves also do not get searched. So they have apparently used those particular passports to their advantage at Lanseria Airport. However, the defense saying that that is not the case at all. Although they've got those diplomatic diplomatic passports. They've actually now been handed over to the investigating officer. Today, Annelien van der Heever handing over the proof that one of the passports has actually expired. And the defense really just saying that the state needs to prove that that is exactly what the Bushiris have been allegedly doing at Lanseria International Airport and using those Malawian diplomatic passports to do as they please at that particular airport.
All right, with that, that sets us up then for Wednesday, when Magistrate Thandi Teledi will deliver her decision, Wednesday at 10 o'clock. That's ENCA's Tsehoacho Moahi live for us from the Magistrates Court in Pretoria.